One way to find out. You
In
can
court.
get yourself arrested and go to court if you want to take that chance.
Recording people.
That phone needs to go off. No recording in the building. Off and out.
I'm making him yell. I can control what he does. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, you could control it because he wouldn't yell if you turned the video off.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I believe that. You are disturbing this gentleman's peace.
Disturbing his peace.
Yes, and he's alarmed and disturbed by your behavior.
You need to take me off of that film. You hear me? I see the disturbance you're creating.
Alien View Audits.
Greetings, Earthlings. Xylar here. Let's dive into this constitutional wormhole, shall we? For today's video, we have First Amendment Auditor, aka Constitutional Earthling Hero. Drum roll, please. Ta-ta-da! We the bosses. He-he-ha-ha. Please go show him the love and support he deserves. A link to his original video is listed in the description below.
Addresses in the back. Yeah, 1 and 2 on the left. Not at this one. Sorry, we're too small.
Okay.
So can I speak with your supervisor?
Yeah, sir. Give me 1 second.
I would like to speak with your supervisor.
Yeah, is there a chance I can have you step outside for just 2 seconds?
Oh.
Yeah.
Closer?
Yeah.
So what is the closest one? Which
Chicago North. It would be on the middle one.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I want to change my
It's far anyway. It is appointment only for everything. You just go to this phone number or the website the same morning and they help you out, okay? Thank you, sir. I apologize, but there's no recording in the building. It's illegal to record in a state building.
I just want to ask which one is.
Oh, here. It'll be appointments. Yeah, give me 1 second, sir. Hey, supervisor. Sir?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to step outside the supervisor.
No, I think it's legal to record in here.
No, it's not, sir. It says even on the door.
I'll wait for your supervisor.
Okay.
It has to be backed by a law. You just can put up a sign that says I can't record.
Okay.
All right.
I can new a book test.
Sure.
It has to be a state statute behind it.
Okie dokie.
Yeah.
That's good
There
enough.
we go.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You are a good boy. You're good boy. You're good lady. And this,
That phone needs to
congratulations.
go off. No recording in the building. Off and out. Tim, Juan, Jojo.
Can I get your name?
Renew or change
Outside the building.
address?
Can I get your name?
Yes.
Yeah, you can use it. Okay. Give me 1 second.
Are you the supervisor?
So you want to go to jail?
Do I want to go to jail
Yeah.
for recording in a public
Yeah.
building?
I'm calling the police. He won't stop recording.
Okay. Maybe the police can explain it.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, good.
Absolutely, call non-emergency, but yeah, there's no filming in the building.
Just because you've never had one in Illinois before, make an appointment.
Are you together or no?
Oh, no.
Just go that way for me.
And it'll put it,
Can you explain to me why that is?
It's a law.
Hi, it's 1470 Lee Street. I am calling from the dissemination facility. I have a gentleman who won't stop recording me, and I'm gonna.
Wow. You know what I'm saying, sir? When you put up a sign, it has to be backed. It has to be backed by law.
This is a state building.
It has to be backed by law. I'll wait. I'll wait here.
No,
I'll wait
outside the
here.
facility.
I'll wait here.
No, gonna go outside.
What is the law behind that? What's the law?
Secretary of State, come
What's the
outside.
law?
Outside.
The Secretary of State doesn't make laws.
Yes.
He doesn't make laws. No.
You wanna go outside or not?
He doesn't make laws.
You wanna go outside?
I'm here in the
No,
lobby
Go to
at
jail.
Can't be
a public place.
outside.
When the police come, let
Call
them
the
know.
police, get them arrested.
Yeah.
every morning, same day.
You gotta go outside, sir.
This sign has to be backed by a law. You just can put up a
It is
sign.
by the law. You
Okay, what
understand?
is there's no statute behind it. There's no statute here. All right?
You can argue with the police about that.
Right.
He's going to be a little bit.
Thank you so much.
What is your name?
Go outside.
Jojo?
Just go outside, boss.
What's your name? Reese?
Yeah.
Thank you. I understand you're just doing your job. I understand that.
Right.
But what I'm here to show is that members of the public have the right to record in public.
No, they don't.
And
Why
if,
do you think we have this?
yeah, but this is,
Secretary of State.
yeah, but this is just the Secretary of State saying we can't record. He doesn't have that authority. Okay, there has to be a law. There has to be a statute behind the sign.
You've been arguing with the
Okay.
police about
He
this.
just, yeah. He just can put up a sign that says you can't record. This is a public place. Yeah. That's why we do this. To change these kinds of arbitrary.
But that means they're worth going to jail for.
No, I'm gonna speak with the police. You know, it's if you don't commit a crime, you know, you have nothing to worry about, right?
Okay.
It's not a crime to be in here and record. So she's just run outside and hiding from the camera, telling me I had to go. That was our first.
Stickers? Yeah, 1 and 2 here on the left, they'll check you in. Excuse me.
The first words out of her mouth is "shut it off and get out." Those were the first words out of her mouth.
Thank you.
Be right back.
So, sir, did you say it was illegal to record in here?
Outside, sir.
Did you say it was illegal to record in here?
Yes.
Why is that? Can you explain that? No, I just need you to explain why it's illegal to record in public.
This is a government building.
Okay, yes, I do understand, which makes it public, right? That makes it a public building. And members of the public, especially if you're trying to gather content for a story or you're documenting matters of public interest, you should be able to be in here and do what you need to do. Good afternoon.
Hey, how we doing?
Good. What's your name and your badge number?
Officer Connolly, Star
Nice to meet you. And are you the only one here?
I am.
Okay. So I'm not sure why they called you.
Okay. Well, the sign says no photography or any text allowed.
You're the car
Yes,
guy, right?
I do understand that, but this is just a sign.
Mhm.
So this sign has to be backed by a statute. It has to be backed by law.
Okay.
Because members of the public have the right to live in public buildings and record. It's been established in court.
You're talking about your First Amendment, I understand.
Yes, exactly. It's my First Amendment to do what I'm doing. So, but whatever reason you think, because the Secretary of State put up a sign here, that bars the members of the public from recording. But he doesn't have the authority to do that. Yeah. So if you can explain to them that I have the right to be in here and record. I mean, I'm not.
Do you want him trespass from the building? Do you want him trespass from the building?
Yes. Trespass him,
Okay.
and he's not allowed to be inside the
They are
building.
allowed to trespass you from the building.
From a public building?
Yes.
Okay, do you understand that they can't do that unless I commit a crime? You can't trespass
Okay.
members of the public from a
I
public
understand
space
what you're trying to
unless
teach
they've
me.
broken
However,
the law. I'm not trying to teach you anything.
They're saying that you're causing a disturbance.
What disturbance am I causing? Just simply being in here recording is not causing a disturbance.
Yes, it is.
All right.
It's taking personal information out of people.
Um,
Okay, I'll show you something really quickly. That might help you.
We're gonna go this way, sir.
This is why we do what we do to change things like this.
okay, so
All right.
you're interrupting the flow of regular.
I wasn't. I'm not interrupting anything.
Sorry.
All right. I'm not in anybody's way. I'm not preventing anybody from carrying out their business here
Do
today.
you have
You need to take me off of that film. You hear me?
I see the disturbance you're creating.
Sir, him reacting to me is not me creating a disturbance. That's him creating a disturbance. Him reacting to me, I never engaged him. So he reacted to me. That
This is
doesn't.
a flow of business that you're now.
Okay, I'm not in the way.
Okay, can you take him outside?
Please.
'Cause he's in the
Okay, he'll be violating my rights, and that'll be a lawsuit.
Guys,
All right.
let's do it. Do me a favor. Everybody that's not here, go in that door.
Okay.
You can do whatever you want. Right?
Thank you, appreciate it.
I'll come talk to you. This gentleman wants an audience. We don't want to provide that for him, so please go into that door and let my partner come talk.
Okay. Do you want me to read this to you? It doesn't matter.
You too, sir.
Okay. Well, I would hope you would uphold my right here today to do what I'm doing.
Am I not doing that at all right now?
I appreciate that. I appreciate it. But I want them to know that I'm able to do it.
Mhm.
If you can explain to them that I'm able to be here and record.
5-2. Is there another unit coming here? We need another unit to come here.
I just want to document matters of public interest. That's why I'm here.
I gave you my name and badge number. I'm guessing you can refuse to give me your name now?
Not right now. Depending on how it goes. Wait, depending on how it goes, I might introduce myself to you at the end of the day. So don't prejudge me yet. Don't prejudge me. When we finish, depending on how it
See,
goes.
it's strange how you can demand something from me, but when I ask you politely for something,
No, I'm not demanding.
you said name and badge number as soon as I open the door.
Yes, but that's your.
Because what?
Because you're required to do that.
Because
You're a public
Right,
you're a public employee, right?
exactly.
You're required to identify yourself to the members of the public.
It's a First Amendment activist. Okay.
I
Want
would
him out of the building.
I would-
took away his audience.
I wouldn't describe.
For everybody's name and badge number for us. They want trespassing public building.
May I have your name and your badge number, sir?
Yep.
No?
What's going on, sir?
Hey, how's it going?
Good, how are
May I
you?
have your name and your badge number?
Yeah, George is 559.
Nice to meet you. What about you, sir? I appreciate it. Thank
How you
you.
doing?
I'm great. I'm just here to document matters of public interest, and they told me that I couldn't be here and record.
There were multiple people that were upset that he was recording them while they were doing transactions of their deal.
You know everything is have been recorded, so I would advise you to make sure what you're saying is accurate.
The guy that just said, please don't record me when I'm doing my
Yeah, but he's in public. There's no expectation of privacy in public. He can ask me to stop recording him in public.
Sure, they
Right.
have posted signage asking the photography and
And
recording.
I was explaining to him that there is a sign here, but this sign needs to be backed up by statute. You can just put up a sign to tell me not to do what I have the right to do. I have a First Amendment right to be here and document my activity here today. So if you stop me from doing that, you're violating my First Amendment right. Right? So yes, there is a sign. Anybody can put up a sign here. I can put up a sign here that says no red shirts. Are you gonna abide by that? It's not backed up by law. Right?
Sure.
Every sign has to be backed up by law. It has to be a statute on it. You just can put up a sign. I don't care if the Secretary of State put it up himself. It's as good as the paper it's on. It has to be backed up by law. So this is just to prevent me from doing what I'm doing here right now. And this is part of why we do what we do, to break down these barriers,
Sure.
to give the public access to the government.
Here's the thing,
Right?
when you start arguing with people,
I am
then
not.
you start getting into territory where
listen.
it's like, now it's disturbing the peace
Listen,
kind of thing.
I-
No,
okay.
listen,
I'll let you speak.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
just saying, that is, I think, probably why we ended up here.
Okay.
So that's where we're at.
Okay. Everything was recorded.
Yeah, that's,
I
that's
can
fine.
I can play it back for you later. I walked in here. I never disturbed anyone. The lady came out. The first thing she said was, "Turn that off and get out of here." Didn't even ask me why I was here and what I was doing. Right. So if there was any confrontation, it wasn't on my part. All I was doing was standing here and recording, and they told me that I couldn't do what I have a right to do. So
Were you
I
inside of here?
was standing right there. I was standing right here, just past the door. And then when he told me that he was calling the police, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna wait for you guys. I don't want to disrupt business. I'm gonna stand here peacefully and wait for you. I could have walked in there, as I have the right to do, but I'm not here to disrupt business. So I stood here and waited for you guys.
Okay, cool.
So right,
Who were you talking to inside?
it was the lady. I think she's one of the supervisors.
Was it this lady
Yeah,
here?
that lady there.
Okay.
Yeah,
David, 21 Loving.
she was the one that told me to get out.
Okay, give us 1 second.
I appreciate it. Thanks. How do you say your name, Buyer?
I'm sorry,
How do you say your name, Buyer?
fire. 434.
Thank you.
I didn't get there. So what are you, what is your,
My mission here?
yeah,
Well, like I was telling the other officer, part of what we do,
and who's we? Are you like an organization or just
just members.
fair-minded people? Same-minded people?
Exactly, same-minded people, right? Is to, for example, like I said, break barriers like this sign that's here on the wall, right? Because the only thing this does is prevent members of the public from holding government accountable. Because think about it, who else holds government accountable if not the people? Government doesn't hold itself accountable. We all know that, right?
Why are we choosing the Secretary of State? I mean,
Because-
do you
because-
believe they're doing something wrong?
Because no, it's a government facility, right? So being here and exercising my right to record and see if they actually allow me, for lack of a better term, to do what I have the right to do. That shows transparency. That shows they have nothing to hide. That shows I'm welcome to come in here and and observe public employees in the course of their duties, right? That doesn't mean they're doing anything wrong. But the fact that they want to prevent me from even doing what I have the right to do by observing them as they work tells me that, okay, what are you hiding? Why don't you want me in here to observe public employees that the taxpayers pay to serve them? Right? So I don't know if that explains anything to you. Right. Yeah. So not just here, like any government building. Police, your police department. I've been there before. Right. But I just want them educated. So we have the police here. Ma'am, I'm gonna need your name. Ma'am, I do need your name because the first thing you told me was to shut my camera off and get out.
Okay, just hang out.
Okay? Right, and you have no authority to do that. All right? You need to learn that. Did you introduce yourself to me?
Officer Candace, it's right here.
What's your badge number?
527.
Thank you very much. Can I have her name?
Her name's on her.
Yeah, but she wouldn't tell me what her name is.
So the reason that they don't allow recording in here is because people are coming here with
Private information.
correct, like sensitive documents.
Okay.
Okay, so that's why they ask that you don't record inside. I'm sure you wouldn't want somebody recording your.
Yeah, but I haven't recorded anybody's information.
I know, but that's the reason why they don't allow it in here.
Right,
So
but
at this time, they're asking you to leave.
okay,
We are here asking you to leave.
okay.
If you refuse to leave,
Okay.
you are going to be cited for trespassing.
Cited for trespassing.
Correct.
Okay. And then after that, if I still choose to be here after I'm cited, what's going to happen? Because you can trespass me from a public place where I have the right to be.
So we can trust you from a public place. You are welcome to be here until something happens and you are asked to leave by an administrator of this facility.
Okay, and then why? So why am I being trespassed?
Because they don't want you recording in here. They've asked that you don't record in here. You're continuing to record.
They don't have that authority. This is my First Amendment right.
Correct, but
Yeah.
people are feeling disturbed. They're disturbing.
If you're welcome to record from the parking lot.
Okay, just because they're uncomfortable doesn't mean I'm being disorderly. Their feelings do not trump my right to be in here and record. Okay, it doesn't.
So let me ask you this. I would, and because I don't want you to be cited for trespassing.
Okay.
Why are we continuing this?
Because I want them to know that I have the right to be here and do what I'm doing without them asking me to get out of a building where I have the right to be.
I know, but what's the ultimate goal here?
The ultimate goal
Yes.
is for them to be educated. It's for them to understand that any member of the public has the right to come in here and record and observe their public employees in the course of their duties. Right? So, because the first thing she told me when I walked in was, shut it up and get out. And she doesn't have that authority to tell me to do that. So I want her to understand that she's not able to tell a member of the public to leave a public place where they have the right to be. And observing public employees in the course of their duties, I believe, is a civic duty. It's a civic duty.
However, when you're coming in here, getting up in the traffic,
Okay.
and being a little confrontational with people could cause them to feel
No.
alarmed and disturbed.
No, I wasn't confrontational. They were confrontational with me.
I know, but right now you're being a little excited.
Yeah, right, because my right is being violated. So, yeah. I don't appreciate that.
So,
You're asking me, you're telling me that I have to leave here, that I'm disturbing the peace, which I am not doing. So that's enough reason for me to be a little bit amped up.
Okay.
Right.
All right. Well, we're gonna step out. I'd ask that you mind stepping out with us and.
Right. Okay. Let me read this to you. This is a U.S.
Okay, I'm asking
appeals
you
court
to
decision.
step outside. 'Cause we're gonna step outside.
And if I don't step outside, yeah. Right. Thank you.
This gentleman's uncomfortable. Just so you know. Okay. We're gonna step outside. You mind hanging out with me?
One of your guys wanted to talk to the secretary.
I think he is, isn't he?
I just want to do what I have the right to do. That's all. That's all.
I guess my question is, I don't know what you're proving, but that's your, like you said, your perspective.
Yeah. We can disagree.
Yeah, of course.
It's okay.
That's what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that doesn't mean it's gonna end up going well for you, just so you're prepared.
Oh, hey. Okay.
I mean, it's up to them. But
Yeah, I mean, they don't have.
it's like you go to a restaurant, they give you a free service.
Oh no,
everywhere
but this is a public place. It's different. Restaurant is private. It's a huge difference. A private entity can trespass anyone at any time for any reason, but not in public. Right. It's like night and day. Yeah.
So this jurisdiction is the Secretary of State. You know that, right?
State police.
Secretary of State
Yeah.
Police.
Yeah.
Right? So he's on the phone with them. They're going to see what they want to do.
Okay.
Just so you know.
Okay.
So tell me, like a sign that says no food or no drink allowed in this facility.
Okay.
Can you just walk in with food and drink?
If a sign says no food and no drink, yeah, but that's a little different. Okay.
Can you just walk in with food and drink?
If a sign says no food and no drink, yeah, but that's a little different.
Recording me, just
Yeah.
so you're not upset.
Yeah. What I'm doing is protected by the Constitution. It's my First Amendment right to record in public.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
The First Amendment gives every citizen
But there's a sign up that says no food and drink.
Okay.
You agree you're not going to walk in here with food and drink. But there's a sign
Well,
up that says no videotaping.
Well, I can actually challenge that. I can walk in here
So
with the
that's
food and a
the
drink
point, just to
because
challenge it.
because it won't be a crime, right? It won't be a crime if I did that, would it?
If you did what?
If I walked in here with some food and a drink.
Probably not. I'm
Exactly.
just saying. At first you said, yeah, well, I wouldn't do that because there's a sign up.
Right. Well, the reason I said that is just out of courtesy. Yeah, out of courtesy. I wouldn't do that out of courtesy. But this is different because not doing what I'm doing is giving up my right. It's caving in. Right. Like I don't care about food and drinks. I care about my constitutional rights much more
Well,
than that.
certainly, I was just using like.
Oh, right, I
it's
understand.
Certainly next
Yeah.
level. I understand.
Right.
My surgery at 639 at County 10. My surgery at 639 at County 10.
At the end of the day, sir, I just want them educated.
Sure.
I just want them educated.
But I don't know who you're educating.
The staff, the people that work here. The lady that told me the first words out of her mouth was "shut it off and get out of here." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if she can do that, imagine what else she could do.
Can I see your ID, sir?
My ID?
Yes.
Why do you need my ID?
We're making contact with you. I'd like to.
Oh, I don't know. Unless I've committed a crime, I don't have to show you my ID. I don't have any obligation to identify myself to you unless I commit a crime.
What's your name?
I'm not gonna give you that either. It's the same as giving you my ID.
Okay.
Right. I have no obligation to identify myself to you.
All right.
If you suspect me of a crime, then we can go from there.
So we got a bunch of people here.
Okay.
They feel alarmed and disturbed.
Okay. I hear you.
I understand what you're trying to do here.
Okay.
Okay. And they called us here.
Okay. Gotcha.
So I understand what you're doing, but you have to understand too. We have to do our job too.
Okay.
So I'm gonna.
And what's your job?
I'll get his info.
Your job is to uphold my right. You swore an oath to the Constitution.
All right, sir. So
Yeah.
based on what's been going on here, there are now customers here
Okay.
who are advising us that they're being alarmed and disturbed by your presence. Therefore, you are now suspected of disorderly conduct. I need you to present me with your ID, please.
So somebody complaining that I'm exercising my constitutional right is me causing a disturbance. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Is that what you're saying on camera?
Yes.
Okay.
It's multiple people, not just one person.
Okay, but you do understand that. Let me show you this. This might help
Right now,
you.
I'm asking you for your identification.
Well, I don't have my ID on me.
What's
Yeah.
your name?
The only way I'm going to identify myself is if you articulate what crime I've committed.
Disorderly conduct.
Okay, in which way?
You are disturbing this gentleman's peace.
Disturbing his peace.
Yes, and he's alarmed and disturbed by your behavior. And
Just recording.
well, we're now beyond recording. Now we're getting in.
So what did I do to disturb his peace? Can you? My lawyer needs to know that. What did I do to disturb?
That's why I asked you to turn around, which you did, but he's still yelling and
So I'm the reason why he's yelling. I'm making him yell. I can control what he does. Is that what you're telling me?
yeah, you could control it because he wouldn't yell if you turned the video off.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I believe that.
The Secretary of State, I just spoke with him.
Yeah.
The Secretary of State Sergeant advised me that there's sensitive documents being passed around, including social security numbers,
Okay.
driver's license numbers, things that people don't want shared in the public,
Okay.
which is why they have those signs. And
Okay.
they do. The Secretary
Well,
of
I'm
State
just-
is en route.
Yeah.
Let me
Okay.
talk first
Yeah.
before you read up your speech. Okay. They're en route, and they said that they do have a statute that falls under, and if you're not
Okay.
going to
Okay.
abide by
No,
it,
I need to see it. Remember what I said when I first walked in here? Show me the statute. If there's a statute behind it, I don't break the law. If that's a law, I will leave. I don't break
right
the law.
now, the law they're suggesting you broke is disorderly conduct. Which I
Okay.
advised you when I first came here
Okay.
that you were disrupting the orderly business of this
It's
establishment.
everything is recorded. That's fine. This is a U.S. appeals court ruling. Simons versus United States, 390 U.S. 377,
It's
1968.
constitutional law.
Wait, the claim and exercise of a constitutional right cannot be converted into a crime. A denial of them would be a denial of due process law.
You're not being arrested
Right.
for recording.
Okay?
That's what you're missing.
this time
Right, but-
You're being investigated for disorderly conduct.
Okay, so
That's a criminal law.
okay.
That's not constitutional.
Okay, I
What
mean-
you're claiming is constitutional with the video camera. Okay, so
right,
be it.
right.
We'll let Secretary of State handle that part.
Okay,
What we're telling you is we're here for the criminal part, which is the disorderly conduct.
okay,
The gentleman out here has said multiple times he's came up here and told you to stop recording him.
okay.
All right, and every time you swing the camera, he's feeling that he's violated.
So you understand?
I mean, I know it's funny for you. but it's
No,
not
no,
funny
no.
for
The
him.
reason it's funny is he has no expectation of privacy in public. He's in public. If I was at his house or his property, it's different. He's in public. No one has an expectation of privacy in public,
He's
though.
here where he's presenting sensitive documents that he doesn't want on camera, and which is why the Secretary of State has these signs saying, "Please no recording."
Okay, and do you also know that just capturing sensitive information on camera is not a crime? What is a crime is what you do with that information. Just simply capturing it on camera is not a crime whatsoever.
So, but now you be in
Right.
possession of information.
That is still not a crime. It's if I use that information and do something illegal, then it becomes a crime. But simply capturing stuff. What? Look around. There's a bunch of cameras here. There's a bunch of cameras here, right?
These are under the control of the Secretary of State in the state of Illinois.
Which I can foil it. I can get those footage.
And
Any
which
member of the
time
public can.
Any sensitive information would be redacted.
Okay, right. But first of all, no one here has a proof that I've recorded anyone's information. And like I said, even if I inadvertently captured anything on camera, that's not a crime in itself. What's a crime is if I use that information.
What we're doing now is you're sidetracking us. I'm looking for your identification.
Okay. Well, I don't have my ID on me.
Well, then my partner's going to grab your name, your birth date, your address,
And-
your phone number. And if you refuse, then
Okay,
because I know
right.
that was going to be your next
Okay.
question, right?
Yes.
Your next refuse to present these documents, you will now be obstructing investigation.
Okay.
So again, now I go back and ask you, what is your end goal here?
My end goal is when I first walked in here, right? Like I said, the first thing she said was shut the camera off and get out. So my goal here is to educate. Is to educate public employees that the members of the public have the right to be in public and document the activities of their public employees, right? Turner versus Driver is a U.S. Circuit Court or U.S. Appeals Court ruling that says that members of the public have the right to record public officials in the course of their duties.
Okay.
Right? And that's what I'm doing here.
But you're also recording people,
Right.
citizens
People
who
in-
have an expectation of privacy.
People in public. That's what you don't understand. People in public.
Where they're passing.
Okay, it's no different from me being outside recording. It's no different. You know, it's the only thing that restricts my right to do what I'm doing is time, place, and manner. Those are the only three things that restrict my right to record anywhere in the public. If there was a sign that says this is restricted, do not enter. And if I do that, then that's a crime. But just being in a place that I'm allowed to be in and recording cannot be construed into a
Just so you
crime.
know, I have to tell you from Sergeant Flores, the
Yeah.
Secretary of State Police, badge number 0995.
Okay.
You've been formally trespassed from this establishment.
Formally?
Not coming from me.
Okay.
Sergeant Flores, Secretary of State Police, star number
Oh yeah.
0995.
Okay. I'm not gonna stay here if you tell me I'm trespassing, but I need the formal trespass, and I'm gonna leave
That comes in its form of a citation.
in the form of a citation.
Yes.
No, the way the trespass law works is you have to tell someone to leave.
Okay, Sergeant Flores just told
Okay,
me to tell you to leave.
then I'll leave. I would leave. All right, then you can deal with my lawyer later.
That's fine.
All right, thanks.
Have a good day.
All right, you too.
I need to bring some documents.
Inside and come with me.
What are we talking about?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Oh, good. How are you?
Good, how you doing?
Good.
Once I informed them that Sergeant Flores, as well as police, sitting inside this trespassing. Okay.
How you doing?
Good. I'm good.
My name's Dan.
What's your badge number?
643.
Nice to meet you.
Last name's Shanahan.
Right. Are you the supervisor?
Deputy chief.
Deputy. Oh, nice to meet you. Good. So, I'm sure he just explained to you
Yeah.
that the Secretary of State Police told him that I couldn't be in here,
Correct.
right? And so, my question is, I have the right to be in here and record.
So
Is that right?
this
Okay.
is the situation.
Okay.
The DMV has changed their operations. So
Okay.
technically, is it a public building? Yes, it is. But they're by appointment only.
Okay.
So if you do not have an appointment, you are not allowed to be in. So if you want to go in there and videotape one day, you make an appointment, you can videotape. But if you don't have any business in there, we're going to go through this whole thing again.
Okay. Well, he just told me that I'm trespassed from here.
If you make it, I would not come back here. There's plenty of DMVs elsewhere. But if you've got official business and you want to get a license, I can say you can come back.
Okay.
As long as you're doing your business.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
If you're getting a license, you're getting an ID, whatever, you're taking your kid for his permit, which I just did with mine.
Okay.
All right. But just to come here and videotape, you have the right to do all the videotaping you want outside.
Yeah.
But because
and-
it's, but inside by
Okay.
appointment only, that's where we're kind of crossing the line.
Okay, well, this is the first time I've heard the reason that I'm being trespassed is because it's by appointment only. This is the first time I'm hearing
Well,
that.
now you're informed. Now you know.
Okay. All right. If you say so, I mean, it's all documented.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine.
I can. Right.
We're
Right.
documenting everything too. I don't have a problem with you videotaping.
Oh
at all.
yeah, obviously.
So,
Yeah.
Are you from the area?
Not
Close
too
by?
far away. Not
Okay.
too far away. Yeah. And then also he wanted to identify me. He was asking for my ID.
Well, if you're refusing to leave,
Okay.
and now you're in the committing a
Even before then.
Okay.
Even before then, he was asking for my ID.
Well, because you're not allowed to be. And he's trying to identify you.
Tell him, it is what it is. You didn't make it any better.
How you doing, Mike? All right.
Sir, if you remember that was going to say.
Just taking pictures. This is America. This is America. We're allowed to do that.
He's messing with me. We know each other.
I was messing with him too. So okay, so you were the deputy chief, you said?
Yes.
Okay, Shanahan.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah. So I don't appreciate. I know my rights have been violated here today. I am sure about that.
You asked me how you tell me how your rights have been violated, and I'll either confirm or
Right.
negate that.
Right, because I know you said that the reason why I'm being told to leave is because I need an appointment to be in here.
Correct.
Right? Okay, but you need an appointment to be in here if you have a specific if you're here for a specific reason, as far as like getting a
You need an
driver's
appointment,
license.
right? And you can't be in there if you don't.
So
That's how the DMVs are run now.
All right,
Secretary of State's have changed their policies.
okay,
Used
so
to be, remember the line used to go all the way around the building.
Gotcha.
You'd wait for hours. You're like, man, the DMV is so slow.
yeah,
Well, they changed their process to speed up helping people
Okay.
out get what they need to get.
I understand that's their policy, right? That's the policy.
That is
But
the policy.
the policy does not trump the United States Constitution. It doesn't.
Okay,
It doesn't
so-
trump law, right? Right?
Well, there's one way to find out. You
In
can
court.
get yourself arrested and go to court if you want to take that chance.
Okay.
I don't think it's worth it personally.
Well, that's
but
why I'm out here.
That's what our courts.
That's why I'm out here, because once he told me I was trespassed, I came outside.
Right.
Even though I knew it was an illegal trespass,
Yes.
I still came out here.
I told you where the trespass came from, sir. I gave you name and badge number.
Oh, yeah.
of the subject, of the person.
Yeah, I'm not saying that you personally trespassed me, but it came from you, right? Right. So I know that's an illegal trespass, but like he said, that's for the
So
courts.
reason for the
That's
ID
for the courts to
The
decide.
reason for the ID is because once we have somebody in the commission of crime,
Right.
they're required to identify themselves. Even if it's a Class C misdemeanor, which is the lowest of crimes, it's the city ordinance basically, which is even lower than a Class C.
Right. But I was told that just because I'm being asked to just because I'm being there, and they said I was being disorderly, which I wasn't, and they were gonna.
Well, disorderly depends on. There's a lot of things that depend on disorderly conduct.
Right, but
causing somebody to be alarmed. And if you're causing an employee to be alarmed by
but yeah,
yelling and hooting and hollering,
yeah, but
I don't know what was going on.
yeah, but I can't cause an alarm just by standing and recording. That's not enough reason. Yeah, that cannot be construed as disorderly. I have
well,
read.
It depends on the victim. It depends on who you're alarming. Okay, everybody. His level of alarm is a lot different than my
Yeah,
level.
but I
of
have
alarm
no
than
I have
your
no control over someone else's behavior.
Exactly.
Just because I'm recording and someone else
You
has
also don't have a control over somebody else's emotions, and that's really where the alarm comes from. I'm not saying you alarmed anybody. Okay.
I have to be actively doing something to alarm them, and just peacefully standing and recording does not constitute.
In your opinion.
No, it's a law. I read it. I read it.
No one's saying you were being disorderly.
Okay, they said
I'm
that.
not going to get in a debate with you about
They
disorderly.
said that though.
Okay. Whatever.
Yeah.
That's neither here nor there. Okay. That's a whole philosophical debate we can have over a beer one day if you'd like. That'd be great. But for right now, you're not allowed in there.
Okay.
Unless you have official business. There's
Gotcha.
plenty of other places you can videotape. As long as they're not private, you can stand on the parking lot. You can videotape away all you want. There's cameras everywhere. Everybody here's we're in a camera.
All right. Well, I'm gonna visit your police department next.
Okay.
I'm gonna be in there. All right.
You can go in the lobby. You can videotape.
Of course. Yeah.
It'd be perfect. City Hall too.
All right. Well, we're done here, I think. All right.
All right.
Many government officials do not understand state buildings are public buildings provided for the people. But as soon as an auditor walks into their public building, their rights are suppressed by unlawful policies and disregarded. This is a government regulation to put restrictions on the people's rights, which in fact has been working for a very, very long time. This is why auditors are extremely crucial and impactful to reforming government regulations that has had a chokehold on the people's rights for far too long. Coming into a government building causing a disconnect with the government workers who you are attempting to conduct your personal business with. They put up these no phone and no recording policies signs successfully misleading the public to have some form of control over citizens. This is contradictory to the law and the Constitution, resulting in an extremely high stressful environment for citizens and government officials, causing unprofessional confrontations. In turn, this is not accommodating to the citizens who will not be able to create their own records while conducting their own personal business due to the unconstitutional policies they put in place. Many, many, many ignorant officers, such as Officer Connolly, who was continuously trying to find any reason to say he is being disruptive and violating a policy that he interprets as law, consequently resulting in officers themselves violating the laws in which they sworn to protect. Officer Connolly clearly has a disdain for the auditing community, expressed by his statements saying, "This gentleman wants an audience, and we don't want to provide that for him." This is a clear, shared belief amongst himself and his peers, exasperating the frustration of the public workers and visitors walking in, portraying a negative spotlight on the auditor. Officer Hansen comes in and immediately begins to gaslight, stating the auditor has done things he's not guilty of doing, making up scenarios which did not occur, accusing the auditor of arguing with people, which was not the case, immediately coming in with a preconceived bias shared amongst his peers. They immediately assume he is causing a disturbance which alludes to immediate discrimination against auditors exercising their rights in a public entity. We truly commend you and honor you, we the bosses, for defending the people's rights. Through your efforts, I know that more Americans are waking up to the tyranny and the restrictions that the government places on their rights. Heroes like you continuously standing up to corruption will indeed make a tremendously crucial difference in transparency between the government and the people. We the bosses, we stand by you. We recognize you. We honor you. Long live the Constitution.
Here we are. No, here. No, here. No, here. Earth. Destination set. A far distance away. As you can see, we watch human beings on Earth like humans watch a TV screen. Or nowadays, a small handheld cellular device screen. It's their great addiction. As an asteroid hurtles towards Earth to their doom. We will tune in whenever we're bored. It's sort of a hobby for us. First Amendment audits are particularly entertaining to observe. We get to examine many human emotions and behavior all wrapped in one video. We'll watch and wait for your demise, but we might snub a few Karens before your scheduled appointment with doom. Nixar, out!
First Amendment guarantees the right to the freedoms of speech, press, and religion. Protects the right to petition the government. Second Amendment guarantees the people's right to own and bear arms for their defense. Third Amendment. Citizens cannot be forced to quarter soldiers during times of peace. Fourth Amendment. Citizens cannot be forced to subject themselves to seizure and search without a search warrant and probable cause. Fifth Amendment. Prohibits abuse of governmental authority in legal procedures. Establishes rules for indictment by eminent domain and grand jury. Guarantees the due process rights. Protects citizens from self-incrimination and double jeopardy. Sixth Amendment. Guarantees fair and speedy jury trial and the rights to know the accusation, the accuser, and to find counsel and witnesses. Seventh Amendment. Reserves individuals' rights to jury trial depending on the civil case, and cases already examined by not be reopened by another court. Eighth Amendment. Forbids exorbitant bails and fines and punishment that is unusual or cruel. Ninth Amendment. Reserves the rights of citizens which are not specifically mentioned by the U.S. Constitution. 10th Amendment. Reserves powers that are not given to the U.S. government under the Constitution, nor prohibited to a state of the U.S., to the people and the states. 11th Amendment. State sovereign immunity. States are protected from suits by citizens living in another state or foreigners that do not reside within the state borders. Ratified Feb. 7, 1795. 12th Amendment. Modifies and clarifies the procedure for electing vice presidents and presidents. 13th Amendment. Except as punishment for criminal offense. Forbids forced slavery and involuntary servitude. 14th Amendment. Details Equal Protection Clause, Due Process Clause, Citizenship Clause, and clauses dealing with the Confederacy and its officials. 15th Amendment. Reserves citizens the suffrage rights regardless of their race, color, or previous slave status. 16th Amendment. Reserves the U.S. government the right to tax income. 17th Amendment establishes popular voting as the process under which senators are elected. 18th Amendment denies the sale and consumption of alcohol. 19th Amendment reserves women's suffrage rights. 20th Amendment, also known as the Lame Duck Amendment, establishes date of term starts for Congress, January 3rd, and the President, January 20th. 21st Amendment details the repeal of the 18th Amendment. State laws over alcohol are to remain. 22nd Amendment. Limit the terms that an individual can be elected as president, at most 2 terms. Individuals who have served over 2 years of someone else's term may not be elected more than once. 23rd Amendment reserves the right of citizens residing in the District of Columbia to vote for their own electors for presidential elections. 24th Amendment. Citizens cannot be denied the suffrage rights for not paying a poll tax or any other taxes. 25th Amendment establishes the procedures for a successor of a president. 26th Amendment reserves the right for citizens 18 and older to vote. 27th Amendment denies any laws that vary the salaries of Congress members until the beginning of the next terms of the office for representatives.